Hello, there we go. Now it should have audio. All right. Thank you, Senator Ernest. We are in the approval of the minutes. Are there any amendments to the minutes? Seeing none, seeking a motion to approve the minutes. Motion by Senator Murren, seconded by Senator Warren. All those in favor, please raise your placards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. All right, all those opposed, being sure the motion carries. All right. 15. All right, we're now moving into open forum. Was that the correct spot? Was it before open forum? Okay. Wait, before open forum.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry.
Okay, hold up. Let me just real quick do that. Oh wait, whoops, I accidentally deleted that. All right, we're moving to reports from executives now. President Regent Montoro.
You mind if I take this?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Not too much to report on this week. Big transition news on the way, I guess news kind of, in that we are trying to finalize some of those transition documents that I was talking about before, having a way to have some of our transitions be a little bit more standardized throughout the different branches of student government. Overall, transition is going to be a very interesting time. We're trying to have our exec transition documents ready by yesterday, I think we were saying. We're going to see how close we are to getting that finished. And on the Board of Regents phase, we have, like I said, that presidential open forum happening tomorrow, Tuesday, April 9th at 9:30 a.m. and 11:30 a.m. I'm going to send a specific document about that, detailing a little bit more. I also owed you guys a presentation last week. I was sick. I'm very sorry that I couldn't have delivered it, but sending that out tomorrow in a recorded form. I'm hoping that it keeps you at least a little bit entertained. I'm going to try to make it not too boring. And beyond all of that, I am also very excited to start seeing what the election brings us and who the new president and their team is going to be.
All right, moving into my report. This is from a couple of weeks ago, but we haven't had the time yet. So about, I think it was 2 weeks ago, me, Alessandra, and Navia met with Trent, Kathy, Sierra in the Hayden House. We went over some of the budget concerns that were happening. Top line, the NU system is taking an interest in the way that money is being spent at in student government, and more specifically Fund A money across student government, Gateway, Maverick Productions. And as a result, they're going to be doing a bit of investigation. There was an initial internal investigation, which was what flagged and why there had been some of these financial changes over the last several weeks, which flagged those as potential ways to mitigate risk. Looking forward, we're really seeing like other ways that we can mitigate risk next year and going on. I know we've been looking into more procurement and just different distribution strategies for like agency products, and that's been really the main source of that effort. Besides that, I'm working on my transition documents. Hopefully should have a pretty comprehensive slideshow and thing ready for whoever takes over as vice president. Chief of Staff, seeing as she's not here, we'll move into DI Director. All right, Director of Finance.
Excuse me. So we finally got the $10,000 from Academic Affairs for our Maverick Leadership Program. So that was nice as we were kind of running out of funds in that line item. Like Nate said, we had our meeting with administration last Monday. It went pretty well. But yeah.
All right, Director of Integrity is not here. So Director of Leadership Development.
An hour and a half, but you know what? It was so fun. Thank you all for showing up. Additionally, FYLC is having their event on April 9th from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. If you can make it, please, please, please show up for FYLP. They've been planning this for a really long time. It's something that I look forward to when I was a freshman and I hope with them as they close their first event. And I just sent out the volunteering for the team shop. So send for volunteering. Thank you.
All right, Director of Marketing. All right, Director of Recruitment. All right, we're on to our committees here. Rules Committee.
Hope you guys missed early times by now, but I'm getting work done on the rules changes. I pushed the deadline back more than a few times now, and I apologize, that's completely my fault, committee's fault, but we're getting there. In other news, I'm working on my transition documents. I think I have a pretty good head start on that. It's coming together. There's a lot to put in there for whoever joins the committee after this year, but that's all I got.
All right, Outreach Committee.
So yeah, we spent most of our last meeting talking about gala, trying to figure out what food we want to order.
Vegetarian.
We want to make sure we had vegetarian yeah. Besides that, we decided also figure out what activities we want to happen at the gala. So yeah,
Photo booths.
All right. DIA Committee.
So, yeah, that's me, sorry. Yeah, just talking to some of the agency director, mainly actually ISS, because I've been in a lot of direct contact with them as of recently. Yeah, just kind of getting a feel for what some of the other agency are needing, kind of what they're noticing from us. Not so much, to be honest. But other than that, nothing to report, just talking to agency.
All right, Budget Committee. All right, Civic Engagement Committee.
That's coming up this month, April 15th and the 29th, the tabling with voter registration events. On the 15th is gonna be in Mount Vale, and then the 29th, Naval Hall, and they're both from 11 to 12.
All right, now Harm Reduction Committee.
Not a whole lot has happened since we last spoke on this. I'm meeting with, the OCC on this upcoming Tuesday. And I have a meeting with our good pal Kathy Pettit on the 23rd. So I will let you know how that goes in that.
All right, now Advisor Sierra, what do you got for us?
Last week I had a regarding shipments and emergency that for the SGA and whether it's probably there. Heavy on the election, so verifying tabulation certification, that way we have to fill out, that's accurate as it possibly be. And that as well, we want to encourage all of you to support each other, in order to develop and finish strong, and again, you all need.
All right, now on to open forum. Is there anyone here for open forum tonight? Okay, yeah, come on down. You can actually use the microphone if that's okay. Just like 1, 2, 3. Are you all coming up at the same time? Or is it individually? Individually, got it. Here.
Hi, I'm Isabella Manhart. I am one of the co-founders of Durango's Outfitters, which is a free clothing closet that we started on campus. And that's a resolution that you'll be seeing later this evening. But I just wanted to speak a little bit about our organization. And I'm the programming and outreach coordinator for TIDO, Teacher Education Diversity Organization. So I'm also speaking on behalf of them tonight. We started this initiative in the College of Education. For those of you who are not part of our college, a big part of the teacher preparation program is that our students starting their sophomore year, sometimes their freshman year, are sent out into our schools to start working with students and getting hands-on experience. And that continues through their senior year until we do our clinical practice, where we're teaching, essentially becoming full-time teachers in that last semester. And a big part of the that program is that we are required to dress professionally, dress like teachers when we got into the workforce, and that's often a prohibitive thing for many students because it's hard to access professional clothing. It can be really expensive, and we're also being asked to, drive across the city to these schools. Like there are a lot of financial barriers that we were recognizing. So a year ago, we started hosting clothes swaps for our students in the education college, so we could get professional clothing for these students. And that initiative grew very rapidly. We had a lot of people donating clothing, and just had this store that we realized that it was a much bigger need than just the College of Education. We have students all across our campus looking to get internships, to get jobs, who need access to those professional clothing. But we also have students who need access to gender affirming clothing, access to clothing for just their day-to-day lives. So we really found that that was a need that could be met across campus, and there are other organizations looking to meet that need as well. So again, I represent Teacher Education Diversity Organization on the Durango's Outfitters Advisory Board, but we joined together to create this with Queer Trans Services, with the Maverick Food Pantry, with the Alumni Association, and with Sustain UNO, because we're all looking at different ways to support this need for students both to access clothing sustainably, to access clothing for their various needs in their lives and in their time as students here, and just to support students in accessing basic needs is a big priority. So we created Durango's Outfitters. We've been operating since before last October. We've had 5 clothing pop-ups since last October. But we've had a lot of success, and we're excited to introduce our resolution this evening because we want to continue to provide access to that, but we need some space. But yeah, every time I go to the closet, I find clothes there. It's open to anyone on our campus, and anyone can go and take as many clothes as they need. We don't ask for any personal information to access those clothing. We do have an anonymous outtake survey so we can get feedback on what kinds of clothes we need to add to our closet and just improve that experience for students. But it's truly like the most accessible that we can make it. And we're just looking to continue to support these students and expand our ability to meet that need. So I will pass it on to some other open forum folks, but thank you all.
Hello, my name is Brooks Ellis. I also was just going to talk a bit about Durango Outfitters. I have been a frequent attendant ever since I went my first time. I found it was like an amazing, welcoming environment, as well as a great social opportunity that I've gone with friends. I've run into people there. And I don't think I've ever left without something that I like, or at least trying on something I like. The clothing closet, my primary motivator to going was gender affirming clothing, which I found a lot of great options for. And coming to college, I knew that I wanted to grow and change my closet. I wanted to be more independent, kind of find myself. But that's really hard to do on a college student's budget. Didn't really have room to update my wardrobe. And while the clothing closet cannot like fully supplement my clothing, it has helped me move on and towards that goal in an affordable manner where I still have money to pay for textbooks and other living expenses. And yeah, it has greatly improved my college experience so far. And as somebody in the College of Education who is also going to have to go through my student teaching, I know that if this was made a more permanent thing on campus, it would continue to benefit me all 4 years in getting that professional clothing as well. Thank you.
Hey guys, my name is Courtney Brink. I'm also in the College of Education, and I'm the president of Sustain UNO. So I'm also one of the fellow people who helped create Durango's Outfitters. And it's been super rewarding so far to see so many people come through and be excited about the clothing they found. We've gone through kind of trial and error of how to set up dressing rooms and how to organize our clothing and everything. But each time we have to take it all back down. And there's been a couple different buildings who have been gracious in giving us some storage space, but we've also received complaints about storing our clothing in the Office of Sustainability space. So it's been a struggle to feel like other people are prioritizing this. And if we had a spot to just keep our clothes, we wouldn't have to push clothing racks down the sidewalks between Milo Vale and Epley. It is a little bit harder than you might imagine. So that would be a huge relief to the people who are running it, but also the students and faculty who are using it, because then they could consistently come to the same place to find clothes, just like they do with the MAV food pantry. So I think it goes hand in hand with the services we're already providing, and I hope you guys can see that too. So thanks for the time.
We're done. Okay. Honestly, I just got over having a dead voice, so I'm not gonna use the microphone because I'm pretty proud to finally have my voice back. Sorry, Nate. You know, one loses one, the other gains another. So, oh my gosh, okay. Okay, hello everyone. Hopefully you are doing all as well and splendid as one can on a Thursday evening during election season and allergy season, might I add. And I know I have been talking about this so much, and you're probably like literally ban Leah from Open Forum by now, but I'm so happy to announce the International Banquet still happening, of course, but that is literally next week, Saturday, April 13th in the Milo Vale Student Center Ballroom. Please come, 6 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. It says 11, but it's actually 10:30 p.m. And tickets will still be on sale through the 12th of April with the following prices. Please take notes because I really want to see you all there. $15 for UNO students, $10 for performers, you know who you are. Sorry. And those for 12 and below, also $10. $20 for UNO staff and $25 for general community. I ask that if you are able to attend, please do. It is not only a chance, you know, to show my culture, other people's cultures, but also, you know, DJ and dance. It gets pretty crazy, okay? I'm just gonna say it goes pretty hard. I don't usually sweat, but yes, I do on the International Banquet. So I would just really love to see you all there because like you guys have been a pretty big part of my junior year. Like you guys have seen me cry, exhausted, but now you'll have the chance to see me and many of my international peers in cultural clothing, which will be soups fun. So please attend. And I'm not very expressive, but I really am grateful for this academic year together. And I wish everyone who is currently fasting for whatever reason the best of luck, because I was fasting recently and I literally almost died. So really good luck, and I love you all so much. Please come to International Banquet.
Oh, hello, friends. Happy almost Friday, not Thursday, because that's disgusting. As always, be sure you're taking care of yourself, staying hydrated, and finishing the spring semester strong. Today, I'm here to support a resolution on behalf of Durango's Outfitters. I wanted to give a huge shout out to Isabella Manhart, who has let me help with an amazing resolution and is one of the sweetest, caring, and amazing person I have ever met. I would also like to give a huge shout out to Madeline St. Clair, who puts her passion into helping students and giving students the resources they need. During the spring break, my boyfriend and I were talking about how I needed business casual clothing for a summit I was heading to later that week. He planned a day for us to go out and purchase some items. I am lucky enough to have a partner that is financially able to go out and buy clothes for me, but not every student here at UNO can go out and purchase clothing. Whether it be for a simple crew neck, baby clothes for UNO parents, or professional clothing for internships, practicums, or other things that require students to be dressed accordingly, as well as the need for gender-affirming clothing for students to put into their wardrobe. Now, Exhibit A is, I kept this for like 2 weeks. I searched around my room for it this morning. But as you can see, this is a very long receipt. And in total, which gave me a heart attack, is $277.48. Now, as you know, that obviously is a very huge amount. Luckily, he saved $114.81, but personally, I don't like going out for clothing and spending that much money. Even with things on clearance, it can add up to be a lot, especially for professional clothing. So God bless him and his bank account. Multiple student organizations and agencies have come together, such as the Maverick Food Pantry, Sustain UNO, QTS, UNO Alumni Association, and TITO, to make an open closet for students in the UNO community called Durango Outfitters. I was able to pop up into one of the Durango Outfitters meetings with Madeline St. Clair and the wonderful Isabella Manhart, who was a part of the TITO Executive Board, who was at the forefront of this resolution, to really understand the planning, the passion that goes into this program, and the details for this resolution. I was also honored to be able to volunteer for one of the closets set up in the coffee is getting to me, in the ballroom at Milo Bale Student Center on March 26th. I worked with the manager of the Maverick Food Pantry, Madeline St. Clair, and 3 other volunteers. I hope students learn what the pop-up closet is, how it helps students on campus, location of certain items, and the location of dressing rooms. With the permission of Madeline St. Clair, I also got permission to take over as DJ. I think one of the most amazing things is to see students finding clothes that they need, even if it was as simple as a t-shirt. Obviously, that is the end goal, but not needing to worry about how much the t-shirt was, or if they got multiple items of clothing, they didn't need to worry about how much they were spending. They also didn't need to worry about where they could get their outfit from. Students can face so many barriers when they're trying to get professional clothes that fulfill their needs. As we are aware, storage on campus is a huge issue. Durango Outfitters need the storage space to fulfill student needs, and it is also in SGA's best interest to not only be supportive to the volunteers and partnerships with Durango Outfitters, but with their own constituents. Per the Policy Index Section 1, Part 11A, SGA is committed to fostering and cultivating a culture of diversity, equity, inclusion, and accessibility. It is written to the rules of this organization, and I implore you to support this resolution, as the closet has helped and will help so many students. Thank you.
Anyone else here for open forum? Seeing that, open forum is now concluded. Next up, we got Jacob Stadola coming in for a semesterly update. Yeah, once a semester. Oh, you did? Did you send it to my Nate email or the other one?
Respond to whatever you say. And I can wing it if you don't have it.
Here, yeah, I don't have it. Do you
don't
have
have
it? I don't have it.
Okay.
It'll take a minute. I can get it up if you want to just start going, or do you want to? You're sending it to me right now? To send it to Nate Ostick. Ignore. What else?
Good evening, everybody. I'm Jacob Stadola. I'm the Director of Student Legal Services at UNO. Rephrased, I am your student attorney. Nate, I think, is going to bring up some documents. This is going to be brief, guys. This is just a check-in. Unless you want it to be longer.
You forwarded it to me like right now from Hakeem.
Okay, so here we go. We're just going to go with it. If we get a presentation, we will address it. So, number one, why am I presenting to you guys? 2 reasons. Number one, you guys fund my program, so you should be involved. Number 2, it's by agreement. When student government started sponsoring my program, the agreement was 1 presentation per semester. So, for those of you sticking around, you're going to see me again. For better or worse. Okay. I suppose some updates on my office. For those of you, was everybody aware you had a student attorney, first of all? Maybe, yes? I'm seeing thumbs up and not thumbs down, so I'm gonna take that positively. Yes, okay. It's just me and 1 paralegal or executive assistant right now. She's doing paralegal work. Her name's Chanel. She was hired in December, but it's just the 2 of us. The office has been exploding in a good way. February alone, we had 101 new cases. March, I believe we had 103 new cases. So those are back-to-back new records for students seeking legal services. I did have a breakdown. It's a chart of the kind of work that we're doing, but a lot of it is like finance, creditor, collection, defense type of work. We're doing divorces, custodies, protection orders, name changes, last will and testaments, landlord issues, criminal work, and immigration. Those are the big ones. So really, the purpose here is A, to give you those updates, and B, when I come back in the fall, what do you guys want to hear from me? Like, what would you like me to report to you? Or if you have questions, throw them my way. Yep.
Yeah, so first of all, I hope you get lots of thanks from the people who are coming to you for help, but on behalf of student government, thank you for doing the work that you're doing. I think it's incredible. I think.
It's my job and my pleasure. Yeah.
I think in the future, I'd love to see even more improvement, getting more and more students, the help that they need. And so that comes to a point where, I would ask you, how are you in outreach? How are you reaching students who may not know that your office is available? Is there something that we as an organization need to do in terms of outreach? Should we be marketing better? These are just some of the questions that I'm asking. How do we improve basically the amount of unique students that are accessing your office?
That's a hell of a question. No, that's what I'm here for. Hold me accountable, guys. So I would say, if you look at the trajectory, this is me?
Yeah, this is you.
Perfect, okay.
Yeah, you can.
Aha. So there's my numbers. Okay, first couple semesters, I just did semesters as a whole, but as you can see, we're exploding. We're 4 days into the month. I've got 17 new cases. I don't know that outreach is the issue necessarily. Now, if people aren't hearing about my office, obviously that's a problem. But I have an office at the PKI building. I have an office at Mammal. I have main office at the Hayden House. We've got a website. It's garbage, guys. Shh. We're getting it updated. That's one of our goals. I'm presenting in classrooms. I'm meeting with student organizations. I'm doing tabling events. So I don't know. There's always going to be a lack of some students getting, right, my attention. I don't know what that looks like. It's almost like proving a negative, right? How do you prove that there's students not getting attention? So I don't have a good answer to that. But I am doing, in my opinion, a fair amount of outreach, or at least I'm trying to do a fair amount of outreach. Is that satisfactory? I like it. Okay. And just, there's the breakdown for you guys to visualize what we're doing. Other questions, thoughts, feedback, dad jokes? What do you got? What do you want to see in the future? Do you have a question? No? Okay. Okay. Sir.
All right, so in understanding that outreach as a whole isn't necessarily an issue, have students reported any barriers to accessing your resources beyond just not knowing about the student legal services existing?
I haven't heard of barriers. I've heard of some fear. So I had 2 students come into my office for a consultation. What day is today? Thursday? Tuesday. And they said, among other things, we weren't sure how discreet my services were, how confidential everything was. We thought I would tell their coach, professor, whomever, right? So I think that is a barrier preventing some people to reach out to my office. And the only thing I can say, it's on the website. Everything you say with me is confidential. I'm not a mandatory reporter. There's 3 instances where I have to report information. If you tell me, you, the client, you are going to hurt somebody in the future, you are going to hurt yourself in the future, or you are going to kill yourself in the future. That's the only 3 instances where I have an obligation to report anything. So if people do know about my office, hopefully everybody does. If there's barriers, I would think it'd be something like that. Can your office help me? Will your office keep this information confidential? The only thing I can do is put my proclamation out there that everything stays with my office. It's the first thing I tell every student who comes in to see me.
Okay. Then I guess a pretty different question.
Sure.
I remember hearing that in the past that there had been some other universities that had also found ways to have programs similar to yours, the student legal services. How have they fared? How does growth look at a long-term scale, and kind of what is like the longevity of a program like this. in place.
So I can definitively say from an unbiased perspective, we have the best student legal services program nationwide. Thank you for laughing. What I'll say is talking with other student legal services offices. I go to a conference every year. It's where all the directors meet up and talk about their, issues and students and so forth. We are servicing more students than some of the universities with larger student populations. I talk with Lincoln quite a bit, and their numbers are very good. They also have 3 attorneys, right? So we're catching them as far as capacity. They've been doing this a lot longer than us. We're kind of playing catch up, but we're right up there with Purdue or University of North Carolina, University of Michigan, et cetera. So we're performing with these other Division I universities, is what I would say. Yep. Thank you for saying that. It's so many cases. Okay. How do I prioritize? So there are some cases with a firm deadline. For example, I had a protection order hearing today. I just got the case on Monday. I got to make that one a top priority because in 4 days, like it or not, I'm going to court. My legal assistant is phenomenal at updating my calendar and making sure everything's in order where it should be. But you got to go timeline, obviously, number one, and then the more serious cases get more attention. So I take very few family law cases, divorce, custody, et cetera. Those require a phenomenal amount of manpower, or I guess person power would be the better term. A lot of resources, a lot of time, a lot of negotiating, a lot of research, a lot of writing. So I try to limit those cases that take more time away from the more students I could be helping with something else. I could do 5 divorces a year, or I could do 300 name changes, right? For example. But I'm still trying to figure out what that balance looks like. No, no. No. When I have somebody come into my office, I explain this is what the timeline looks like. I'm pretty good about keeping those, but I've been practicing 11 years, so I should be. Right? Yep. Thank you. I'm not going to tell you otherwise. Yes. Yeah, so I went to law school at Creighton University, which is one of the least financially available institutions. Okay. I was eating ramen noodles when I was a law student, and I still eat ramen noodles, right? I'm a very cheap spender. I can't predict it, but I can say I'm pinching pennies and I'm looking for opportunities to fund. For example, I can't pay filing fees or service fees, right? But there are offices on campus that can help with those. So I'm looking for those opportunities. Last thing I want to do is drive up student fees. So I'm looking for every opportunity to keep that back. Oh, I didn't take it that way. Maybe I should have. How dare you? That's good. Yeah. No, that's why I do it. Yep. Good question. Well, yeah, I'll get you.
That a lot of other students, myself included, get a lot of our information about the university from social media. And I know at least a couple of other universities, the schools, legal services, they have social media representing legal services specifically. And that's but pursuing a social media aspect for outreach, that's really better.
You're reading my brain. I am trying to pursue help over the summer to update our website and get a social media presence. But you hit it on the head. I think that's necessary this day and age. Kim, you had a question?
Yeah, what does your recruitment process look like as you try to grow in the future?
For more staff or more students to come see me?
For more staff?
I don't know the answer to that. And I say that because I'm trying to avoid anything that would drive up student fees. I worked for a nonprofit 3 years. My entire program was funded by grants. That's where my mind goes first, right? There's money out there. We just got to go find it and take it. So that's, if I look to expand, that's where I'm looking first. Not raising student fees, right? That's easy to ask, but to go find it and work for it, I think there's honor among that. Yep.
With the office as it's currently functioning, what do you think? I dread to ask this question a little bit. I don't know if you dread to answer. What do you think the upper capacity for that caseload is going to end up being?
You seen Kill Bill, Volume 2?
I've seen volume 1.
Okay. It's relevant, guys. I'm not just making small talk. There's this part in this movie, okay? It's this ninja master, and he's training this student, okay? No spoilers. I know the movie's 20 years old. No spoilers. So the master tells the student, go break this piece of wood, and she can't do it. And his response is, you acquiesce to defeat before you even try. I won't know my limit until I reach it. I just did 101 students. I thought there's no way I'm going to do this again. And then I did 103. Next, I'll do 115, right? I don't know what the limit is. Kind of sounded egotistical. Let me walk that back. I'm sure there's a limit. I'm just not there yet. When I'm there, I will ask for help because I have to. That's irresponsible to just keep trying and failing. I think I owe it to the students to do better than that. That was better, right? More ego-friendly? Yeah, thank you. Other questions or thoughts, comments, criticisms? And we're a new office, guys. We've only been around since July of 22, so we're still figuring things out. Yep. Our office is unique in a way where a lot of other universities that I've spoken with, they won't actually do the criminal cases. They'll bring the student in and they'll train them what to say, what to file, what to do. They may even do some behind the scenes work with the prosecutor. Our office is different. I'm actually the one going to court and working out the deals and speaking to the judge and the prosecutor to try and work this out. When I go to court on a criminal matter, the student has to say usually no more than 12 words. And it's, yes, I understand. Yes, no, yes. Other thoughts from anyone?
Hey, seeing none, can we give Jacob a round of applause for him again? Yeah, there we go. University, yeah, questions, you're able to contact him there, and let's get on to the next stuff here. All right, so next up, we got a little bit of unfinished business. Let me real quick go to these Senate resolutions here. So this is from the last meeting. There it is. So we got some unfinished business. That's our 23-24, 32 Microsoft Forms purchase payment request proposal. That is a mouthful. I've been told that there will not be a proponent speech on this, so the floor is open on this resolution is the question. All right. Oh, sorry, I'll give you all a second. I was about to be like signal discussion, but. Yeah, Senator Bugenhagen.
Just a question. Is there any value to just sticking it out on the presence until we get our new platform running? I'm truly unfamiliar with the new platform and what the transition process will look like. And I don't want to force more work onto our agencies to have to transfer all of their information from their processes into an Excel sheet that they have to make, that they have to produce, and then shift it over to another organization. So if anyone has any clarity, that would be awesome.
Yes, Senator Ernest.
I have spoken, so just for transparency's sake, I'm on the board of the WBC. For personal reasons, I haven't been to our last couple of meetings, but it is my understanding from talking briefly about this with Zoe, that this resolution is the simpler option rather than presence continuing to be unreliable, because it would be simpler to transfer over all of that information and do what this resolution is proposing than to continue to have issues that have been persistent with presence for a very long time. It's my understanding that it's more beneficial and easier to transfer that information and go this sort of longer route than continue to have to struggle with presence and have things get, you know, ordered twice or not ordered at all or anything like that. I think that it's the simpler solution to go with this, and it puts less work in the long run on.
Holy moly. I don't even know what, oh my God, that was like a bomb. Okay. All right, I don't, Senator Warren, then Director Kondavali. Oh my God. I don't,
That's fun. Just a clarifying question to see like kind of how long we'd be in this intermediate stage. Does anyone have an idea of like the timeline for how long it would take to transition to the new platform?
yeah, correct me if I'm wrong here. Did the transition begin, onto whatever new platform there may be? Wait, onto the new platform like a Microsoft Form or new platform like past presence? Has that process begun yet? Is it going to be beginning of the summer? Do you know what the timeline is?
Contract has been signed, although we are looking, with the platform as of right now, present with our main, hub for student groups, and therefore, we need to operate from there. So anything.
Yeah, something that I'll just share that was shared with me, just from Zoe and Jess talking to them, is that they really just wanted to elevate that this has been something that's been going on with this resolution, and it is not something that they're like. That's why they didn't give a proponent speech. It's not something that they're seriously considering pursuing further. But Director Kondavali.
Yeah, I couldn't bring up that, like, the last time I touched base with Zoe about it, it was very much like, it kind of went hand in hand with the resolution about like approving them. Like, if you guys remember from our last Senate meeting about like the timeliness of approving presence forms, I believe it went hand in hand with that. And when I brought this up, it was very much like, well, like, as long as it gets like approved, we don't really care, was kind of the energy that I got. But also kind of going off with that, I would disagree with Senator Ernest. I think it would take much longer for Microsoft Form, because it would be one of those like, we can't approve it through the form, so you would have to like send email by email by email. And then it's like you're, sorry, like 48 to 72 hours of email wait time period. And then go from there. We don't have a document, we have to contact again. Whereas like Presence has that already built in, so we don't have to do that extra work. And something that could possibly take us to approve a week can take anywhere from 2 to 3 weeks. And I just think it would be an adjustment for the agency and other individuals that use this form to switch to a.
Senator Buchanan.
Well, I'm understanding, Sierra, that we don't actually have a contract with Engage yet. Correct. Okay, so in that case, I think I'm a little uncomfortable with this resolution until we have that signed contract, because I don't want to see our tier 1 organizations end up in limbo where they are supposed to be using presence. And I don't like presence, you guys. Nobody likes presence. But I don't want to have that degree of separation where it just throws a wrench in the whole process. I would much rather us all be on the same page until that contract is signed, and then I would love to have this resolution back on the Senate floor for us to discuss. So I think I will be voting no until we find that contract, until we find that official memorandum.
All right, seeing no further discussion, we'll now enter a period of voting on this resolution. All those in favor of SR 23-24-32, please raise your placards. All those opposed? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. All right, opinion chair, it fails 13-0, or 0-13. What? Oh, wait, sorry. Yeah. Pepper point. Oh. All right, cool. We got through that thing. Next up, we got some new business. We got Traffic Appeals Commissioner Cole Johnson. Cole, you here? You want to come down and give a little proponent speech? So it'll be a little speech and there'll be an opportunity for people to ask you questions. Cool.
All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Cole Johnson. I'm a junior studying cybersecurity, and I would like to be a traffic appeals commissioner because I'm trying to get more involved in UNO and student government, and I think this would be a good introductory opportunity for that. Additionally, I was informed that the commission is understaffed and could use some help, so I would just like to help out wherever I can.
All right, we're now here for period for questions. You can just call on people.
How's your day been?
Pretty good, pretty good. Thank you. How's yours?
That's the end of my question.
All right.
Oh, it's good. Sorry. I'm very tired. I deal with no sports.
Understandable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the sake of us not just sitting here in silence for another 30 seconds, do you have any particular experiences that you think would serve you with traffic commission?
Not particularly, no.
Are you a commuter to campus or do you live on campus?
I'm a commuter.
Do you face difficult decisions often? And how do you handle those difficult decisions?
I don't believe I face too many difficult decisions. I've had difficult decisions I've had to make in the past, with like school, what to buy, what to purchase. But normally I just think it out logically, pros and cons, and base my decision off that. Yeah.
I have two questions. Firstly, are you coming to the international banquet? Sorry, I didn't know. Secondly, so yeah, how did you find out about Traffic Appeals Commission other than like people saying that there's a need for this? So like, if there was not that apparent need, would you still think there's like, okay, this is my first question, I guess. Let me think of how to word the second one.
Okay. So currently I'm not planning on attending, but I just learned about it. 10, 20 minutes ago. So I'll have to check my schedule.
I just want to hear my answer. Okay. So let's say that there was not this big need, like people had actually reached out to you, but you still notice it's a problem. Would you still think that you're like suitable for this position?
Yeah, I'd still like to help out.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And what have you, I'm having the same issue. What is your, not impression necessarily, but how have you seen student government in your experience as just a student at large around the campus?
Honestly, this is my first time interacting with student government today. Like I said, I'm just trying to get more involved, so I haven't really had much involvement in the past. I've gotten various emails in the past, but I really haven't interacted with it that much.
All right,
Yeah.
seeing no further questions, this is part, so we'll ask you to step out into the hallway. and
Okay.
We'll discuss about. Mhm. All right, the question on the floor is appointment to the Traffic Appeals Commission for Cole Johnson. The floor is open. Yeah, Senator Ernest.
When you think on a traffic appeals commission, is there any sort of like expectation in terms of, like, do you guys have training or anything, or is it kind of just get thrown into it? I have a little bit of a reservation about the fact that it seemed that, Cole or Mr. Johnson couldn't, come up with any relevant experience to support this position. So is there like training or information or mandatory sort of stuff that goes, like, I know we all have to, as senators, study the policy index and be aware of those types of things. Like, is there stuff like that that comes along with being a commissioner?
Yes, and Director Ramirez, do you have an answer? Yeah, Senator Moore.
Perfect. So there's a request for a microphone for Director Ramirez, so could Director Ramirez please say that again in a microphone because it's hard for the Zoom audience.
Do we have? Are they below? Okay, yeah, oh yeah, there are microphones. Here.
Hello. So just to restate what I said, I was after all the traffic appeals commissioners have been appointed by Student Senate. I was planning on meeting with all of them just to go over the agenda of how to create the traffic appeals commissioner and as well as doing the traffic appeals chief commissioner too. And then these meetings will be with the parking manager as well and how to go through the whole process of starting a traffic appeals commission. So that's where I was planning on going, how to start the training as well as the orientation for Traffic Appeals Commission.
Yeah, Senator Murren.
Traffic appeals commission.
I believe in this case, it would last through the end of the year and he would need to be reappointed. Next year. I will say the Traffic Appeals Commission has not functioned there has not been enough members on it the last several years. So this would actually be a first for at least my remembrance of student government. Yeah, Senator Hardy.
Feel like we wanted to help out. I don't think that many people have traffic experience. So I would personally like to see if this league seems eager to help. Hopefully hurt me.
All right, seeing no further discussion. Oh, thank you. We'll be entering a period of voting on Cole's appointment. All right, all those in favor, please raise your placards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. All those opposed. All right, Vin Chair, he's appointed 13-0. You got 12? I got 13. Could you just raise your hands again? Yeah, he calls for a division. So raise your placard if you voted yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. All right. Here, let him back in here. He's probably sweating out there. Got it. All right, thank you. Next up here, we got appointment for Traffic Appeals Commissioner, Zach, Unverzacht. Zach was not able to make it here tonight. He's ill. So I would, in the interest of having a functioning Traffic Appeals Commission, additionally, Leonard, who is further down on the agenda, is at an event tonight in Council Bluffs, which is lasting until at some time. In the interest of getting a Traffic Appeals Commission, let me just restate here. I do know, I recruited both of these people, from one of my political science classes. Both of them are very intelligent, people, who I think would do well on that position. I would request that the rule requiring appointees be here be suspended. Yes, Senator Bugenhagen.
I would like to suspend the rules and waive the requirement that appointees be present, and to waive the requirement for.
Yes, Senator Marin, is that a second? All right, seconded by Senator Marin. I believe suspending the rules is, it is not debatable, actually. Yeah. So to suspend those rules, I guess all those in favor of suspending those rules? Yes, yeah, Senator Buchanan.
I know it's on the floor, I'm sorry, can I amend that to say until appointments are over?
That sounds good.
Is everybody okay with that? Sorry.
Yes.
All right, yeah, sounds good, sounds kosher. All right, so all those in favor of suspending the rule requiring, we know what rule we're talking about. Please, to require, the rule requiring that they be here, please raise your placards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. All those opposed? All right, and being chair, the rule suspended until the end of appointments. All right, so Zach did actually send me in a little just like description about who he is. Just in case. Wait, no, he texted it to me. I know that we did suspend the rules, but I'd just like to read it out as we enter the floor question. Hi, everyone. My name is Zach Unverzacht. I'm a sophomore here at UNO majoring in cybersecurity, and I'm applying to be on the Parking Appeals Commission. I wish I could be present and in person today, but I woke up this morning with an illness. That said, I'm interested in this position because it seems like a great way to get more involved with student government in UNO, as well as that the board is currently understaffed. I would like to help resolve that issue. As someone who's received a few unreasonable parking tickets, yet understands the importance of such tickets, I believe that will provide the Appeals Commission with a just, honest, and reputable perspective. Thank you. That was real quick. And so now the question on the floor is the appointment of Zach to the Traffic Appeals Commission. Yes, Senator Moore.
So, go back to his paper, please.
Yes.
So I like how a lot of it was actually not so much about the Traffic Appeals Commission except for the sentences, but those two sentences are really like powerful because they had stated that like they received unreasonable ones and they're objectively unreasonable, but they still understand the importance of the tickets. It's really important to see both sides of that. So I think the just, honest, and reputable perspective is just obviously like portrayed in those sentences. So I say, yeah, yes. Good.
All right. Seeing no further discussion, we'll now enter a period of voting on Zach's appointment to the Traffic Appeals Commission. All those in favor, please raise your placards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. All those opposed. Being chair, he's appointed 14-0. Yeah, sure, clap. All right, I just let him know that he is appointed. All right, next up on here, we got a graduate studies senator. Can you please help me with, is she here tonight? We may have a new mystery senator. Yeah, we've suspended the rules, so, yes, Director Ramirez, I guess, do you want to share a little bit about the interview process? Oh, yes, she did do that. Yes. Thank you for reminding me. You sent to my Nate account? Yes, okay, I do remember that actually. I do remember seeing that. Did you send it from your Kevin account or is it this one? This one right here? All right. Thank you. So we got all right. We got that proponent speech right there. That was excellent. So the question on the floor is, Nuvi's appointment to the graduate studies seat. Yes, Senator Moore.
As a student, as an international student, I also helped her at her orientation. And she was like helping other students like from the same country as her, which is the Democratic Republic of Congo. And like students who weren't understanding what we were saying, she was like actually helping and trying to help translate with that. And that is honestly like a big initiative to go out of her way to help other students like that, even though she also just came, is honestly such like a big impactful moment. So when I saw her, I was like, oh my God, I know her. But honestly, she may not have that experience, but to me, I saw her have that experience of just helping people and putting those other needs first. And she qualified.
Senator Boogadian.
Yeah, I'd love to. I've got a question for Director Ramirez. Do we know if she's gonna be able to make regular Senate meetings for the remainder of the year? I know she said she had class during the meeting time.
Yeah, go ahead. All right, seeing no further discussion, we'll now enter period of voting on Nuvi's appointment. All those in favor, please raise your placards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. All those opposed, being chair, she is appointed 14-0. All right, moving on next, we got appointment for the College of Arts and Science Senator seat, Daniela Martha Palma. All right, is there proponent speech? All right, awesome, just come on up. Use the microphone up. Get it up one microphone, just like over here. That's pretty.
Okay,
All right, you can start whenever.
okay. Is this too close? Is this good? Okay. Good evening, everyone. My name is Daniela Martha Palma. I am a first-generation sophomore majoring in psychology and Latino Latin American studies with a concentration in mental health. I aspire to obtain my master's in clinical mental health counseling and become a licensed mental health professional. I am also a part of the Goodrich Scholarship Program. Through this program, I have been immersed in the different cultural perspectives in the U.S. by taking courses required through the curriculum. In addition, I am a part of the UNO Out of the Darkness Walk Committee, in which I am the public relations officer. My responsibility is to publicize and oversee all affiliated social media accounts to bring awareness to the walk. In addition, my role is to raise awareness of suicide prevention, especially in our UNO community. I also recently joined PsyChi, in which I look forward to getting involved in the mental health committee. I plan to join the First Generation Student Agency in the fall. As for leadership experience, I was a part of the executive board for the National Honor Society chapter at Omaha South High School. I was also in the top 1% of my graduating class. In addition, I partook in the Joyce Ivy League Foundation, in which I took an online course at the University of Chicago, and I participated in the Creighton Haddock STEM program. During my time at Creighton, my duty was to conduct research and present it at the end of the summer. Regarding my interest in student government, my freshman year was the hardest year of my college experience. I was unaware of organizations such as the WAC Committee and did not know about CAPS and free counseling. I was aimlessly going through my UNO pre-med courses, hoping that I would find some sense of belonging here. Moreover, I struggled mentally and financially. These challenges taught me how lonely and out of place your first year can feel. If I had known about these resources, I believe that I would not have struggled as much as I did. That being said, I want to advocate for those who feel like their voices are dimmed due to difficulties in transitioning to college, whether it be graduate or undergraduate students. Being Latina and a woman, I fought to have my voice heard and to feel that my opinion is worthy in a setting such as higher education. I want to create an environment that allocates student fees towards the well-being of students here at UNO. Alleviating mental health and financial crisis encourages students to focus on their studies and become more involved in their community. Nonetheless, if chosen as a Senator for Arts and Science, I can ensure that I will conduct my responsibilities with integrity and prioritize the mental health and safety of UNO students before anything else. Thank you for your time. Any questions?
Questions?
I'm gonna be nice.
Okay.
But
All right, the question on the floor is appointment to College of Arts and Sciences Senator seat for Daniela. Okay, the floor is now open for discussion. Yes, Senator Ernest.
Like committee with Daniela, and I know that at least for that committee, the work that she's doing is incredible. She's been doing everything really well. You know, she's been super good at getting all of the stuff done that comes with her position and everything. And overall, I just think that she's really sweet, really competent, really nice person that I enjoy working with. And I know as a fellow member of the College of Arts and Sciences, I would be happy and comfortable if I knew that she was a senator for my college.
All right, Senator Moore.
So, Daniela brought up a lot of good points about what her main goals are. And as Senator Ernest had stated, like feeling comfortable with the senator, with her goals and passion and drive. And I think like hearing from another College of Arts and Sciences senator, seeing as they would feel comfortable with that type of person, knowing they would be working for the same set of constituents is really positive hearing that, as well as this student literally set her goals immediately. And she already knew what she thought is suitable, and I think that's really strong to have that already prepared.
Yeah, Senator Hardy.
All my mom, when she was like preparing for this, and I was like studying, and I kind of like looked at her, and she like immediately apologized. She didn't, I wasn't mad, like she didn't need to do that, but she was really polite and really thoughtful, so like my like second interaction with her was like a being polite.
Senator Warren.
I especially admire her like willingness to immediately come in with the goal to work for something bigger than herself. It does seem like she's genuinely really committed to helping students here. And I think that is the exact kind of philosophy that we in Senate need. So as another College of Arts and Sciences senator, I would be happy to work with her and I'd be happy to work with her.
Director Ramirez.
Yeah. Yeah, so Daniela is one of the officers for the UNO Our Darkness Campus Walk, and she has always been able to attend the meetings. She has always been able to like provide her responsibilities for the walk. And one of the things I really admire about her is that she's willing to serve the community. I remember during the interview, she did mention during her senior year at high school, she was willing to help the younger generation, especially with applying scholarships and just being able to help the students apply for college. So she's really passionate about helping the community, and she's a really phenomenal individual.
Senator Ernest.
I know that people in the Zoom chat were wanting the microphones. Obviously, like we already said what we said, but myself included, do we remember to use the microphone during discussion?
That's an excellent point, Senator Ernest. Senator Moran.
Point of order. The problem is when we use the microphone, the people from the outside can hear.
Not quite. We tested it last year. They can hear it a little bit.
I actually got in trouble because of something I said in here, and the person outside could hear.
Oh, really?
I'd like to retest that theory real quick.
I have the microphone.
Here, what if I turn the room I'm gonna turn the room volume down.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Girl. Think a lot of things.
Just, yeah.
A, B, C, D, E,
It's a good song.
F, G, A, H, I don't know. All right, you can come in. Hakeem, come back.
Hakeem.
Hakeem.
Okay, so we're gonna continue the discussion here, for the sake of time. Yes, Senator Moran. We have a motion to end discussion. Is there a second signed by Senator Coolman? All those in favor, please say aye. All those opposed, say nay. All right, ayes got it. We'll now interfere to voting on her appointment to the Senate seat. All those in favor, please raise your placards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. All those opposed. P and Chair, she's point 14-0. All right, next up we got, and you can vote from here on out, also just like raise your notebook and stuff. I'll make you a placard for in 2 weeks and I'll add you to the email list. And if I'll add you to the email list. I will remember. Next up we got for College of ISNT, Gabriela Valderas. Is there a proponent speech? She here for tonight? Yes, Director Ramirez. Oh my gosh, she's in the Zoom. All right, hi.
Hi, yes, I'm here through Zoom. So this is my speech. Hi, my name is Gabriela Valderas, but most know me by Gabby. I'm here today because I believe in change. In the College of ISNT, I see a pressing need for diversity and inclusion. Women are underrepresented, perpetuating harmful stereotypes and limiting opportunities. I want to join student government to be a voice for change. I refuse to accept the status quo. I'm committed to promoting diversity, amplifying voices, and creating a more inclusive environment where every student feels valued and empowered. Let's challenge stereotypes, break down barriers, and create a college experience that truly represents us all. This is why I want to be a vital part of the student body so we can all create change and work together. And also, sorry, I'm not there in person. I'm out of town and I look a little beat. Thank you.
Yeah, you're good. Do we have questions for Gabby? What? Oh yeah, I'll have to do that. I'll just mute actually. When we have to do that. All right. Seeing no questions, we'll now enter a period of discussion. Gabby, I'm gonna put you in a breakout room here for a second. I'm gonna put you in the waiting room, then I'll readmit you. Okay?
Sounds good. Thank you.
Yep. All right. So the question on the floor is the appointment of Gabriella to the college, appointment of Gabby to the College of I&T Senator seat. Yes, Senator Hammond.
Wait, microphone.
It's for the YouTube. It's for the YouTube. For history.
Hello. Oh, beautiful. Okay. I've gotten to know Gabby this past year through Math Pro, and I've just loved working with her. She's super kind. And she's not afraid to voice her opinion. So I think she'd be a great addition to Senate.
All right. Seeing no further discussion, we'll now enter a period of voting on Gabby. All those in favor to appoint her to the Senate seat, please raise your placards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. All those opposed. Pincher, she's appointed 14-0. Okay, let's readmit her. We can all clap in a second when she joins. Okay, everyone can clap. Congratulations, you got appointed.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I'll have a placard and stuff for you next week.
All right,
And I'll
sounds
add you to
good.
the mailing list. Yep. So next up here, we have Senate affiliate appointment for Shea Marcus Pink. Is it Shea Markey or Shea Marcus? Did you ever work that out with them? Because I've heard people call them both before. Yeah, Director Ramirez.
Wait, Nate, can you please repeat your question again?
Yeah, I was just asking a question about pronunciation because I've called him Shea Marcus, but I've also heard people call him Shea Marquis, so I didn't know if he had a preference because
I said Shea Marquis, but he never really corrected me. So
Okay. Shea Marcus. Yeah, so he was interested. I guess I don't think he's here tonight. I had met him a couple of weeks ago. And he was interested in becoming a senator. And I believe that we had a little bit of a miscommunication because he applied for the College of Arts and Sciences seat, but he was actually in CFAM where it is full, if I'm not correct, because he's a music production, music something major. I can't remember the exact music tech, like something along those sort of lines. And he seemed really passionate about getting involved. And I was like, hey, and I told him about that miscommunication. I said, hey, there's a Senate affiliate seat that is still like a possibility for getting involved where you have a lot of the same responsibilities as of a senator. You just don't have a vote. That's the main difference of the Senate affiliate. But he would have speaking rights and the like during debate and these meetings. And I invited him tonight. And yeah, I guess it's just kind of where that's at right now. So the floor is open for this appointment. Yeah, Senator Buchanan.
Run for election this year.
I don't believe so. Because he also, when I talked to him, it was after registration had closed. All right, seeing no further discussion. Yeah, Senator Ramirez, or Director Ramirez.
So I do know that he is part of the Dean of Students Advisory Council, and he was able to provide our Dean of Students like valuable information, especially in regards to housing. And he seems like a really friendly guy, very kind.
Yeah, Senator, Isuri Gums. I think so.
I also got the opportunity to meet Chief Marcus, right? Can I call him Marcus? I don't, it's just Chief Mark, I kind of, right?
Because
But basically, I did get to meet him too. He's very passionate. Basically, I'm also part of the Students Council, and basically I got to meet him there, and he's very passionate about helping campus and providing ideas to help campus. And really, like I can back up that he is very passionate, and he really wants to help, and he really wants to put his opinions on things that are happening in campus. And believe me, like he will give a lot of amazing ideas to the student senate.
All right, seeing no further discussion, unless I think we'll be entering a period of voting. All those in favor of appointing Shea Marcus as a Senate affiliate, please raise your placards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. All those opposed? Yes.
Sorry, the new senators who just got appointed can also vote.
Oh, yeah, that is cool also. Online voting is a little bit weird though, so online voting is a little bit weird. So, Gabby, we haven't really set a precedent for online voting. So, like, I'm sorry as far as this meeting goes, but hopefully, when it's in person, we can get a system worked out because we haven't had anything stable. All right, right there. So, real quick, I counted 14 in favor. What? Yeah, sure. I'll call it again real quick. All right, all those in favor of appointing Shea Marcus, please raise your placards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 in favor. All those opposed? Convening chair, he's appointed 15-0. All right, so next up here, we got one more post appointment that is not here right now from Leonard Meredith to the Traffic Appeals Commission. He's sent me a little introduction here. He said, "Hi, my name is Leonard. I'm a third-year cybersecurity major. I'm currently taking an interest in political science, and I'm very interested in getting involved with the student government. I believe this would be a very good way to start getting involved in the community." Oh no, then that other thing was just him saying that he was taking a long time and that there's too many people and too many questions to get there before the meeting. So he was 50-50 on whether he'll be able to get here tonight. And that's what that was. So you can ignore my last couple sentences. All right, so the question on the table is Leonard Meredith's appointment to the Traffic Appeals Commission, and the floor is open. I guess I could also provide some details about Leonard because I do know him. I met him also in a political science class I'm taking right now. He's a very bright person. I also work with him in the Nebraska Deterrence Lab in PKI. He's very smart, very detail oriented individual. I mean, he's becoming more aware of the resources on campus and taking an interest in that. He shared with me a story about Encounter Student Legal Services that was very positive, and really has just been getting, I guess, just wanting to get more involved in campus. That's all I really got to share, but the floor is now actually open. Seeing no discussion, we'll now enter a period of voting on Leonard's appointment. All those in favor, please raise your placards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, you count 15? All right, all those opposed? Being chair, he's appointed 15-0. All right, next up on the agenda, we got SR 2324-035. Durango's Outfitters. Here, wait, I got it here somewhere. Is there a proponent speech? Okay, sweet. There is, yeah, there's that.
Sweet. Hi, again, I'm Isabella Manhart. I'm one of the co-founders of Durango's Outfitters. I'm just, gonna give a proponent speech. What we're asking for today is just support, for a designation of permanent space for the storage of our clothing. Eventually, we would like to have space where we can have a fully operational closet, but right now, at the point we are in our growth, we just need a permanent storage space. And so we just are looking for a resolution that says you all support that, and we can hopefully use that to have access to a space that will serve our needs. But Durango's Outfitters, the way it works, we collect donations of clean clothes. We are not accepting donations right now because we do not have any more storage space, and we're pretty much at capacity with the space we're in now, which is in the sustainability office in Epley. It's a really small office, and it's been really excellent that the sustainability office has been able to loan us that space, but we're just kind of outgrowing it with the needs that we're serving and the large level of support we've received. But we collect clean donations, we sort and organize them, and we discard any clothing that doesn't meet our standards, so like has stains or is dirty in any way, just because we take that very seriously. We sort all of our clothing inclusively, so we're not sorting clothing by gender. We sort it by size and have size charts for people, because one of our priorities is accessing gender affirming clothing. And then we have pop-ups once a month. We've been having them. We've had 5 pop-ups since last October. So we have racks of clothing that we'll haul from Epley to Milo Bale. As Courtney was saying, we've lost a lot of racks to the cracks in the sidewalk. They're not super durable. So having a space in Milo Bale would be excellent, but we're happy to have a space anywhere we can, as long as we know that we have access to that space and can really use this to expand our capacity to serve students. But then our closets are open to anyone. Students can come in and take as many items as they need. We don't ask for any information from them when they come in. We do have an exit survey, and that survey includes a liability statement saying that they know like the clothing condition that they take it out in is the clothing condition that it's in. It's their responsibility to wash it, but we are only taking in clean donations. So that's a priority of ours. And then we also collect some demographic information anonymously, just to see who's using the closet. That's helpful for us to know. And information about feedback, how we can improve the closet. So that's some information that we've included in the resolution today. We have about 60 people attend each closet event, which is pretty good for an event on our campus. And as we can continue to grow our capacity, we're hoping to serve more students each time. About 48% of the students who access our clothing are first generation students. 86% of them are undergraduate students. And then 11% are graduate students, and we have 1% staff and 1% faculty. So we do have a wide variety of people accessing this closet. It's open to anyone in the UNO community. People are visiting the closet for a various number of reasons. 30% are looking for just general clothing. 8% were looking for gender affirming clothing. 30% were just browsing for fun. 12% were looking for seasonal clothing, and then 14% looking for clothing for internships, practicums, job interviews, etc. And we have a 4.87 out of 5 rating of stars wise, so we're doing pretty good, I would say. But yeah, we have served a lot of people that we didn't expect. One category that I think was, I know it's in here somewhere, but we've served a number of international students. Specifically, it was a need we were not expecting to fulfill, just knowing that students come over, aren't able to bring all the clothing items they might want or need. And we have a horrible bus system in this city, so those students getting transportation to anywhere to buy clothes can be really difficult. So we've had students come up to us and say, this is great. This is where I'm getting my wardrobe for my time here. And so that's a need we're really happy to provide. We've gotten donations of baby clothes and children's clothes, so that's been really helpful for student parents on campus, and we've connected with the student parents organization to provide those supports. A lot of students are looking for sustainable options to get clothes because we have clothing waste, and fast fashion is obviously a massive problem, causes a lot of waste across the globe. So being able to take all these donations that are coming from UNO faculty and staff and students, and then give them back out to students who need them, and staff and faculty who need them is really valuable. We're creating a very sustainable system here. And we keep, as I came in here today, a couple people asked me where they could donate clothes. So like yes, again, we are just asking for support for allocating space or designating space for this initiative. We don't need any funding. We're doing this, like we're getting donations, we're giving out donations. It's all volunteer run. If anyone wants to volunteer though, we can always use volunteers. But we see this as part of the larger initiatives that UNO is doing. Obviously, Rosie talked about supporting the ethical DEIA guidelines for this body. It is mentioned under the 2023 University of Nebraska System Sustainability Plan, which came out. They have a section in their Target 1 initiatives about encouraging reuse initiatives such as career closets, which is what we're doing. We're broader than a career closet. We're really looking to serve all students' clothing needs. So we are meeting that sustainability goal that has been set by our system. We're also supporting DASH services, Durango's Advancement and Support Hub, which just started, as far as creating opportunities for professional development and social mobility. Those are initiatives we're happy to be working in collaboration with. We're being supported by the Alumni Association as one of our collaborators, and they're hosting a career closet in Thompson Alumni Center next month. So it's also connecting students with the broader community and providing a lot of opportunities. And I don't know if it was circulated, but the WGEC board signed and submitted a letter in support of our resolution tonight as well. So I think that's all I have. I know you all have been here for quite a while, but if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them now. Yeah. I was so thorough. Yes, Nate.
Where, in your wildest dreams, what would be your favorite space on campus?
I think it would be excellent to have it in Milo because that's where the DASH services are being housed right now, and that's where our pop-ups are. We always have them in Milo Bale because that's really one of the most accessible spaces on campus. So I know that's a hard place to get space, but that would be really ideal. Yes.
How much space are you currently working?
We are currently working with, dang, I didn't measure this space, but it's a small office. I would say maybe an 8x8 office. So yeah, it's there's Gateway just took pictures of it because there's going to be a story coming out. So it's crammed in. They're like, you cannot walk through the office. It is just clothes. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, I really like what the Durango's outfitters are doing. Would there be, if the opportunity did present itself, would there be open to, after this is a little bit more solidized, having a running Durango outfitters over on Scott campus, because I know there are some people that do have struggles with the shuttle trying to get from one campus to the other. Would Durango's outfitters be open to having space on Scott?
That is a great question. I used to live on Scott campus, and I'm very familiar with the shuttle systems, many intricacies. I think that would be an excellent idea. We haven't discussed that, but we are really looking to expand, and that's part of what this resolution is about. Like, when we have the space and capacity to continue to collect clothes to support those needs, we would love to be able to make as many opportunities accessible as possible.
So you know, further questions, we'll now enter a period of discussion on the resolution. Yes, Senator Moore.
Senator Moore. Isabella touched right on it about the international students. Like, I cannot tell you how difficult it is to know what to pack. And because we all know Nebraska weather is just honestly so indecisive that even like if you have all of those right things, you might not actually have the proper amount of clothing because it got really cold. We all saw that. So I'm really grateful that Isabella touched on the international students and honestly anyone being underprepared for the insane weather. So honestly, thank you. I think this is a great initiative that not only serves my people, but many others. Thank you.
Ambassador Ringel.
There is a UNO Alumni Association hosting its first ever campus-wide career closet pop-up event on April 16th from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. at the Thompson Alumni Center. And they're looking for more volunteers. So if you want to get volunteer hours for any organization you're a part of, please show up. I have the sign of genius here. This is printed by. This is Durango's Outfitters. Durango's Outfitters. See you guys. Come volunteer.
Yes, Senator Buchanan.
So all I'll say is I fully support this resolution, but I did want to say, Senator Byrne and I received an email earlier this afternoon from Lily Johnson, who's one of our constituents. And, they made it expressly clear that they support this resolution as well as there is support from within our student body. And I think that just further shows how important this is. And, I love that it's being brought to the floor.
All right. Seeing no further discussion, we'll now enter a period of voting on SR 23-24 to 35. All those in favor, please raise your placards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 in favor. All those opposed? Any being in the chair, this resolution passes 15-0. All right. So next up here on the agenda, wait, there we go. Next up here on the agenda, we got SR 23-24-34. Oh. Okay. Sorry, this is really embarrassing. I've had kind of a week, you guys. I gotta just send that resolution from one, thing real quick here. I guess send this from one thing to the other because Ian recorded a proponent speech for tonight, this resolution. One moment. All right. All right, we got this resolution, and then we have a proponent speech. This is the script. Okay, wait, how do I exit? There we go. There we go. Exit out of there. And let me pull up that resolution here. No, no. There we go. All right. So the question on the table is SR 2324-34 is open for discussion. Yes, Senator Bugenhagen.
So I think it's incredibly important conversation that needs to have. I have been in 2 budget commissions that have gone past midnight, and it's miserable. I disagree with the format this is taking. The bylaws state that committees should be made up of senators, ambassadors, and affiliates. And I truly think this conversation needs to be broader spanning than just the Senate. If it's just senators deciding what the logistics are of paying wages and why and how,
Oh, thank you. Sorry. I lost where I was at, darn it. No, it wasn't paying wages. If it's up to the senators to decide how all of this is going to go down, I think we're going to come out with an incomplete picture of the whole situation. I would much rather we have agency members, board members of agencies, MAV Pro representation, Gateway representation, staff representation. We need to have administration on board. They're the ones who are understanding the logistics of paying wages, and that can't be held by a committee. even though that would be a very nicely packaged way of submitting our work. I think that this resolution probably needs to take the form of a commission instead. And even that comes with some issues. That means all of those members are going to have to be approved by the Senate. That's going to take a long time. That's going to take plenty of meetings. That's going to take lots of work finding those members. I'm not saying it's impossible, but I'm saying it's difficult. So these are some of the things that we need to think about. And I don't even necessarily think we need to have a formal way of having this conversation. I think we can step aside and all of us, or task an existing committee with existing members to have this conversation and set up meetings with administration, set up meetings with other members of the student body. I think that's the best way of going about this so that we're not taking away manpower where we don't really have it. I mean, the rules committee is made up of 2.5 people. We don't have the resources to allocate to this. The budget committee, I think, is similar. And those are the 2 committees that I think would be most relevant to this conversation. We're so close to the end of the year, you guys. This is a conversation that can't just start right now. And then hopefully we have something by the time May rolls around. It's something that needs to happen all the way up until SABC next year. So I don't love the format of this resolution. That long words, a lot of words to say. I don't love this format, and I would love to sit down and work on a different revised version of this resolution to make sure that the conversation is happening. Sorry.
Senator Murrin, is it the point of order?
I have a request for information. When would the next, since the vote should be announced roughly tomorrow, when would the next, I can't find the best way to say it, the executive ticket take place? Because if it takes place and we signed this into order, then which vice president would be decided as that count? It would still be Nate throughout the entirety of the councils until the end of the year.
Until the end of the school year, and then new Senate's put in.
They would have to make a new one. Okay.
As it stands, wait, can I explain vice president abilities? As it stands, the vice president is able to create committees, just like at will, without the need of a resolution. Ad hoc committees can be created. So should a new vice president wish to continue this initiative, they could just create it without having to go through the process of having to do a resolution and all of that again, if it's something that would be wished to be continued. If that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
Adding on to that, actions taken by the Senate only last during that term of the Senate. So anything that we do in terms of making a new ad hoc committee, that committee will dissolve at the end of our term.
Also, a question for Sierra. Is the new Senate being sworn in on the 9th? Okay, May 9th. So a little over 1 month. Is that could you raise your placard? Yeah, President Latoro.
President, do you feel that you would have the capacity to appoint members to the ad hoc committee?
Yes, I think I would. All right, seeing no further discussion, we'll now enter a period of voting on this resolution. All those in favor, please raise your placards. 1, 2, 3, 4. All those opposed? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In the opinion of the chair, I'm breaking ties. I'm going to vote yes, and it passes 6-5.
Division.
5-5. Wait, so it would go 5-5?
Yeah, it would be 5-5 with the division. It's 4-5. I believe the resolution fails.
If it's 5-5, wait, yeah, correct me. Parliamentarian, stand up.
So the yays were 4, the nays were 5, a tiebreak would come in.
Oh, I counted 5. I miscounted then. I counted 5.
Call
Wait,
for division.
Calling division. All those who voted yes. Was it 1, 2, 3? Okay, that was 4. All those opposed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, the resolution, in being the chair, it fails 4-5. Thank you. All right. Yeah, good of the order. This is the last, this is a crazy transition. All right, we're moving on to good of the order. So everyone I guess, good or this week, just something that, good that's happened to you this week. Oh yeah, for new members, this is at the end of the meetings. We just share something, either something funny, something good that's happened to us this week, or something that we're looking forward to that's coming up. And, yeah, we'll just start with everyone. Two, we'll start with you over in the corner, and then we'll just kind of snake around. We can just yell it out. It's okay. It's okay.
Ebe.
Sleep.
Home.
Alameda.
My thesis is close to approval.
Yeah, just go down. Yeah,
Sleep.
we're doing this organically.
I painted for the first time in a while yesterday, so that was fun.
Now up top.
I got accepted to
Yeah.
teach high schoolers in at Metro.
WrestleMania.
Going to Florida next weekend.
I got a bearded dragon.
Oh,
I got into the Senate.
I'm going bowling after this.
yeah.
I got the traffic appeals commissioner.
Ooh.
Being able to help a lot of students in Dash.
Nice weather.
Go around somewhere. I think we're up there now at some point. Do we have this area? Yeah, we still have this area too.
My friend's art exhibition opens next week and check it out. It's called Balancing Act.
Yeah, it's up top.
I got a raise. That's crazy. Today is a World Rat Day.
I'm getting paid $200 and I'm also getting initiated to my sorority. Data. Free pizza.
Starbucks. I'm going to Kansas City on Saturday. Elections are almost over.
My job interview went well. Oh,
Dog, I'm about to meet my successor in a few days. That's exciting.
all right. So we got a motion from Senator Yeah. Yes.
No, you guys were home. Can I get a few thoughts on moving the reports to the beginning of the meeting? Did that work better?
All right. Real quick. All those in favor of keeping reports at the beginning of the meeting, please say aye. All those opposed say nay. All right, ayes got it. All right, now, so Senator Murrin. All right, seconded by Senator Coolman. All those in favor say aye. All those opposed say nay. All right. Thank you.